So it's been a few days since we finished wiring up all of the equipment for the solar, and with today being a crappy rainy day, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the wiring in here. So basically what we need to do is we're gonna run some wire from over by where the inverter is, up the rafter, and then up to the peak of the carport, and then we're gonna be installing 2 lights. Now the lights that we're installing are these military tent lights. We have 2 of them. I did have one of these in the old shop, but with the garage going up here very soon, that shop is actually going to get repurposed into, well, what it was originally supposed to be, and that is just a shed. And we've got some new lights for the garage. So these we are going to be giving a forever home here in the carport. I also wanted to point out that we did get some shelves, and we have started putting stuff in here. For instance, we have all of our ball jars in here. The plan was always to put them in here, so now we've got a place for them. Yeah, it's starting to come together. We still have a lot more work to do in here, so we have Matcha in here with us, so she is giving us some moral support. And honestly, she has just been such a blessing. Jen and I are so happy to have found Matcha. Yeah, she is quite a puppy. Hi. Hi, Matcha. Are you eating wood? You shouldn't be eating wood. She eats wood. She likes wood. All right, well, we're gonna let Matcha chew on her stick, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so we've got this all wired up, the box is. The wire I just put on the back side of this rafter and ran it down to the inverter. We're gonna mount this up here, but I wanted to really show you really quick this. So if you look at these outlets, they don't have the ground, that third plug. The light that we're adding here does have a ground. However, the solar, which is over there, is not grounded. And we have no intentions of grounding it. So what I'm gonna do is basically break the 3rd pin off of the plug that's gonna go into this. And again, I'm doing that because I don't need the ground. It's not hooked up. And all I really need is just the hot and the white. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this mounted. I gotta put the phone down for that. Okay, so we have our outlet ready, and now all we have to do is run the lights. So we have the lights mounted, but we did run into a problem. When we turn the switch on, we have light. And everything is working as it should. The inverter is running. Charge controller is charging the battery. But the problem is that we can only run one light. I think it has to do with the battery, because the fault that I'm getting when both are plugged in is a beep, and according to the manual for this inverter, when that happens, that just means that the battery doesn't have enough juice. So I gotta work on this. I'm gonna have to figure this out. We do definitely want the lights in here with power. We do want to do it by solar. Now I might have to add another battery, because this battery here, we know it has not been, we did get this as, gifted to us, and we do know that there might be some issues with this battery, so we'll have to take a look at this. The other thing I may do, and I've been contemplating this anyways, is throwing another 100 watts of panels on the side of the carport here. We've got, currently, I've got 200 watts, but I do have space here for another row, so I might just do that. That way, on days like today, when we don't have a lot of sun, the battery should be topped off well enough to be able to run. So, I don't know. But, be that as it may, having one light is definitely better than having no lights. Alright, so I can't stop with that last video. Those lights we put in there, they're just not going to work. When I put them in, it never occurred to me that maybe those were just too, the draw was too powerful on them. And it turns out it is. And we had purchased a couple LED shop lights. And we do plan on using those in the garage when we build it, but let's go ahead and put these in the carport though. See, I suspect the reason I can't get both of those lights to turn on is because the wattage is just, it's too much of a drain. But with these 4-foot shop lights, it's almost nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace the ones I just put in there with these, and let's see what happens. I suspect it's gonna be much better. Well, those lights are a hell of a lot better than the other ones. Unbelievable. You know, we bought these for the garage. We had never used this type before, and this is called a Braun 550. So, oh no, 5500 lumens. Holy smokes. Yeah, we need to get more of these, because if it's that bright, oh my goodness, that's phenomenal. That's exactly what we're looking for in here. So I'm really looking forward to tonight when I can come out here and I can turn these lights on. See what they look like. I suspect this whole carport is really going to light up really nice. So I'm glad I swapped these out. We are going to have to get a lot a lot more of these because these are cool. All right, so one other thing we are going to have to do, because it's become quite apparent that this battery is no good. So I have another battery. I'm going to go grab that one. We're going to put that over here. But I think even more so, I think what I want to do is we are going to go ahead and put the other 100 watts of panels here. And then we are also going to, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I'd like to say I am, but honestly, I mean, 200 watts for lights that we aren't going to use a lot of, that should keep that battery nice and charged. 600 watt hours is what we'll have to consume, and I have no idea why I'm still recording this. Well, we'll figure it out. But until then, I am really, really happy with the way the carport is coming out. We've got lights, we've got some shelving units. I still have to do some cleanup in here, but for the most part, and we're almost there. So, yeah. All right, folks. Well, thanks a lot for sticking around and watching this video. This build has been an awesome build for us. It's been a huge milestone as well, because this is the largest building we've ever built. We do have a storm coming up, and it'll be really interesting to see how the building holds up during that storm. It's going to be a nasty one. It has something to do with the, I think that hurricane was coming up the East Coast, so that's going to be hitting us here in a few days. But by then, by the time this video is released, we will have already gone through that. And, you know, if anything happens, we will certainly be posting to our Patreon. So if you're not a member yet, shoot over to Patreon and help us out. Everything that we get is to help support us on this journey of ours. All right, folks. Well, enough of me yapping. Thanks a lot for sticking around watching this video. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you folks on the next video.